Hi there and welcome back to my channel. So it's Binky here today with a new review on a blush that I just recently got. So I've been traveling again. I'm going to do another video on makeup that I took when I went to Quebec City. I just got back and I tried a few different things and there were some hits and misses, much like the video in Austin. So check them both out. But one of the products that I took, and you will see it in that video, but this is a little bit more detailed review, is something by a drugstore brand. Because I don't always want to use the higher end things, because I don't actually. So I do actually use the drugstore brands, and so I'm going to start bringing a few of them to the table more so that, you know, everybody gets a little bit of something reviewed here within everyone's budget, because I like to keep it varied myself. So this is by Physicians Formula, and it is this little blush here. So this is the Nude Wear Glowing Nude Blush. Yeah, that is a mouthful. And this is in the color Natural. So I wanted to pick up something before I left that, I don't know, that would kind of hold up to the trip. And I felt like this would. As you can see, the packaging is really, really cute. If you're into that sort of thing. And it's really, really thick and quite sturdy. It's almost like a picture frame. And inside the picture frame is somebody you really love. And that's makeup. So here it is. And there actually is a brush, which is right here along with a mirror. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I was like, why is this so bulky? Because I doubt they filled this all with blush, and I'm correct, they did not. It just opens in two ways, but the blush was here. And inside, you get this little guy. Now, I don't think anyone really uses these. I don't even know why they kind of waste the material on it. And can you recycle these? I don't know. Because I don't know anyone that uses it, because it's like you're almost like spackling your face, and nobody wants to do that. So, but whatever, you know, if somebody has a good idea of what to do with these things, please let me know, because I don't think anyone uses them, but whatever, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But as for the actual product, what this is it's supposed to be a blush, but besides being a blush, it also supposed to have a glow to it. So it's almost like a blush and highlighter in one. So, you know, it's kind of an interesting idea. I like to do the two separately, but if you're in a hurry and you want to go through, you know, for a very quick natural look, I figured why not? But this is what it looks like. And as you can see, there's the 4 different colors here. And on top of it, it says Nude Wear. But as you can see, it's starting to disappear because I used it quite a lot when I was traveling. So, because I didn't take any other blush with me. So this was it. I took a chance on it, and away we go. So there's the 4 different colors, and what I like about it is it's kind of varied. There's a couple warm tones here and then cool tones here, and you kind of mix it together and it makes this beautiful neutral that works for everyone. So that is a huge plus. So you really couldn't use these individually, and yes, unless you used a really small brush and went in there, but I think that would be kind of awkward. So yeah, I don't think a small brush would really work with this, and I don't think that was what it was intended to be. But I'm just going to show you what the colors look like individually, because why not? And here we go. You know, these aren't crazy pigmented, which you're going to see here. There they are. You know, they're very, very, you know, they're a delicate hint of color, and, you know, they're not showing up quite as well as maybe I would like, but that's what it looks like. And you can see there's kind of like a lighter glow to it with some of them, and then the 2 here have more of the color, which are the 2 at the bottom here. So these guys are the color, while the ones at top are more of the glow aspect of it. And let me see if I can show it a little bit more. So that's kind of how the whole magic works. You use your brush, you mix them together, voila, you've got them both. So there are 2 colors, and this one is the one that I mentioned earlier is Natural. There's also one that is Rose. I think it's called Rose, and I actually passed on it because I felt like it was a little bit too dark and intimidating, and so I decided to go with the more natural look because I just wanted an easy out the door and go kind of look while I was traveling, because you know, I like to be out of the hotel room as fast as possible to get the trip moving. And what I found is that this color is extremely natural, like really natural, to the point where it doesn't show up quite as well as I would like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this brush. Yeah, I normally would use it, I wouldn't use this brush to put on my blush too much. Sometimes I do, actually it just depends on my mood, but I'm just gonna do this and several times so you can see it. Now what I will say is if you watch, there's no fallout. Absolutely no fallout, and it's actually extremely soft. Not soft, it's just buttery and smooth. It's not really a chalky consistency, which is really, really great. But to show you what I am talking about, you really have to pile it on, and even still, as you can see here, it's not quite as pigmented as maybe some would like. Even including myself a little bit, you really have to dig in there and then put it on, and you get this kind of like peachy rose color glow, but you can definitely see it. You really can. It's just not going to be a very dramatic look. And then if you use your fingers this way and twirl it, I'm going to put it right above here so you can get a better idea of what it looks like when it's all mixed together. But using a brush, this is what it looks like. So this isn't going to be an extreme look, which is fine because it's kind of what I was going for, but I almost felt like in certain ways it was almost too light, where when you're as pale as I am, you need a little bit of help. So I like a blush, not too much, but enough that I look like I'm still breathing. So it's just, I'm pale. So it does go on, but you're gonna have to build it up. I just feel it may be a harder sell for most people, especially if you have like light skin going into medium. This just isn't going to show up. It basically is only going to show up on a certain range of skin tones, and that's really fair to light, maybe light medium, and there's a cutoff. And I think that's where the rose color comes in, is it's supposed to work for deeper tones, the more medium tones and up. Now I don't know about the pigmentation on that, but on this bad boy, it isn't quite as pigmented as I think a lot of people would like. The lasting power is pretty decent, but if you have oily skin like I do in any way, this may not last you all day. So the staying power could be anywhere between 4 and 6 hours depending. It has been so hot here. Oh, so hot here. It's freaking October, and I love the heat, but it's been ridiculously humid, and this doesn't necessarily stand up to humidity as well as I would like. So that may be another factor. Now, this does run, I know on their website right now, I think I was stalking it a little bit, they have a sale going on where it's about $6.50 for this. So it's about 50% off for both colors. Now, it may not be up by the time I put this video up, but just keep kind of stalking that website, and I'm sure it will go back on sale again. If you go somewhere like Ulta or to other websites, it is running between $12.95 and $14.95, and I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I would necessarily pay that price. I did not. I did end up paying, it was on sale, and so I did end up getting it around $8. Yeah, I don't know if I would pay more than $8 for this, only because it really does not have a lot of pigment. And that may be frustrating for some, especially because you saw the way I was digging into there to get this color. I mean, I was digging in there, swirling it about 10 to 12 times to really get the color, and you shouldn't have to do that to get the color payoff that you want. At least I don't feel that way, so it isn't necessarily something that I would repurchase in the future, because I think there's way too many blushes out there, and maybe something that would suit me a little bit more. What I will say is that who I think this would be really good for is somebody who is just starting off with makeup. So if you have, a daughter who's starting out and you don't want them caking on the makeup, that was kind of how my dad was when I was growing up and I was just starting to put on makeup after my huge tomboy phase. I decided to go into the, hey, let's put on some makeup. My dad was watching me like a hawk to make sure I was keeping it natural. And he would have loved this because it really does go on naturally. So if you're just starting out with makeup, or you're getting some makeup for your daughter, or you just like a really natural glow, this is a really good choice for you. But if you like a little bit more dramatic looks, or you like a little bit more flesh on your cheeks, this probably isn't for you, especially at the price point. But I think on sale it may be worth picking up depending on what you like. Now, what I do like about this, because I was like, what am I going to do? Because I don't want this light look, especially in winter and fall where everybody looks a little bit pasty. It's good to get a little bit of color on those cheeks. What I did do was I took other colors, and because I am so fair, sometimes it's overwhelming. So what I would do is I would take this and I would diffuse it on top of the color, and it just made this beautiful glow and kind of made this rosy peach color. Well, not rosy peach, it went with the color that I put down, but then it would just diffuse it with this into a really pretty color, and the lasting power worked a lot better because the blush that I had underneath kind of kept it there. But most likely I would just stick with what I know and just go in with a light hand, but it does do a really nice effect like that. As far as the glow, I don't really see it as much. I mean, it does have a little bit of a glow when you put it on. You can't really, you kind of see it on the arm a little bit, but it's not too distracting. So if you don't like highlights, you don't want to do the highlighter effect, this is a really safe way of doing it where it looks very natural and very healthy without doing, you know, some people really like a bright highlight and other people would like it really natural. So maybe this is a really great choice for you. So again, there's the pros, there's the cons. You just have to see if it's worth it for you. As for Binky, me personally, you know, I don't think I'd pick it up again. Like I said, there's just too many products out there that I want to try, but I will definitely use it till the end because I don't think it's a horrible product. I really don't. I think it's decent, but it's not like, yeah. So yes, that is my review today. Let me know if you yourself has used this. I'm curious if anyone's used the rose one, how that worked. But let me know, and until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.